Hello, I'm Shiny Magneton. Today I will be reviewing each aspect of 1.18. Like sub bell go. The new cave generation was a much needed revamp of half of the title of the game, mining. The new caves are really big, and I mean really big. They're so massive that once you're in one, you don't need to go strip mining ever again. That is huge. Not just in a literal sense, but not having to strip mine hundreds of blocks makes mining 1,000 times better. I also like how diamonds are now a lot harder to find. It really makes them feel valuable, and it makes Minecraft harder, which is nice. A lot of veterans of the game such as myself wanted more challenges, and now we have some. This also satisfies newer and less experienced players by only making a new level for experienced players to go, and still having the old stone level for casual players. They also didn't force us to go exploring 10,000 blocks out for new caves, they just spawn under our old worlds. That's a really smart way of making the deep slate caves feel more prevalent. The new cave biomes too are so amazing. Lush caves are a really nice change of pace from the greys and dark greys of the other caves. Having a jungle cave reminiscent of the underground jungle from Terraria is really cool. Speaking of Terraria, it seems like a lot of the new features of 1.18, and to a lesser extent 1.17, were inspired by Terraria. The aforementioned lush caves, the rarity of ores, the massive new cave design, and a more difficult area below the normal caves. I'm not against more features similar to Terraria. I prefer Minecraft, but Terraria is still one of my favorite games of all time. And Terraria isn't going to get any more updates. Kind of. So having the better Terrarian progressing system, and combining it with the more freedom and grandness of Minecraft would result in a game that almost nobody would dislike. Back to the cave biomes, there's also the dripstone caves. The dripstone caves are probably my least favorite out of the three, but that's not saying they're a bad feature, they're still an amazing improvement over the old caves. There just isn't much to say here that I didn't already cover when I was talking about the regular deep dark caves. Aquifers on the other hand are amazing. Underwater caves are such a cool idea that wasn't really fleshed out well enough in 1.13. But adding the super cool new caves with water makes this a 7.8 out of 10 feature. The cliff part of the caves and cliffs updates definitely has its own part of the update, despite being pretty overshadowed by the new caves. The cliffs are beautiful. The frozen peaks especially look super amazing. This game has come very far. I cannot get over how good these mountains look. It's the holiday season, and it just feels nice to have a colder biome that isn't just because Minecraft needed a snow biome. There is a problem with the mountains though. There are still no exclusive mobs. The goat is nice, but it's just a goat. Not even existing mobs like strays and zombies spawn here. Just the occasional pillager outpost and the goat. I wish the isolager would have been added to support the mountains, but you can't win them all. Especially when the other team cheats. There were a lot of miscellaneous items added in 1.18. The new music disc other side is really good. It might be my new favorite music disc. The new ore generation is pretty cool. That probably should have been included in the cave section, but whatever. The height limit increase is pretty cool, going 384 blocks up, split between the new caves and new mountains. It is sad to say goodbye to our old friend you can't build higher up than Y256, but still there's less limitations now. There's less dungeons now. Mine shafts were made way better. There's chains and fences to better accommodate the bigger caves. There's a new title screen. It's way too dark, but otherwise it looks cool. Okay, maybe I lied, there's not that many new miscellaneous items, but there's still some. Anyway, let's address the elephant in the room. The update getting split was pretty disappointing. It's not a deal breaker, this is still a good update, but it is weird that they split it instead of delaying it entirely. I actually think it probably would have made more sense to just delay it, so instead of having to get ready to release 1.17, they could have spent that time launching the game on other things. Such as actually having the Warden, and Deep Dark Cities added. That's another disappointing thing too. We still haven't gotten all of the Cave and Cliffs update. Only 90% of it. I'm not sure if they would have had enough time to put the Warden in the game without delaying it again, and if they did delay it again, Minecraft's reputation could falter a bit. Even if that's true, it is still disappointing. I also think that splitting the update was executed a bit weirdly. Maybe not badly, but wouldn't it make a million times more sense to have cliffs and caves as separate updates? I know, developing the blocks is probably one of the first things they do in development, but still it is kind of weird. The splitting of the update was unfortunate, but it wasn't the update's fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. Game developers have lives, they can't spend all of their time coding. If they have to delay something or split something or even cut something, they should do it, even if it's disappointing. But now, most importantly, well, it's definitely in the upper third of updates. The caves are really amazing. The Minecraft devs did really well on them. 10 out of 10. The mountains are also pretty good. Not as good as the caves, because there aren't many mobs, but otherwise, they're really good. 9 out of 10. The miscellaneous stuff was kind of A. The new height limit really carries the new miscellaneous items. 7 out of 10. If there wasn't a new height limit, probably a 5. The delaying wasn't the fault of the update, so we'll just skip over that part. Combining the 3, you get a 26 out of 30. That's pretty good. That's an 8.7 overall. 8.7 is pretty good for a Minecraft update, especially considering that half of them are just filler for the next update. 1.15 was just an update to let bees be added. Literally nothing else. But anyway, Caves and Cliffs 2 is not a filler update. And I'm happy it turned out the way it did.